What are some July messages for Scorpio? What are some July messages for Scorpio, please? Queen of Cups. Let me move this out the way. Hello, Heidi. Welcome in. What else for Scorpio, please? Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so Scorpio, I think that you're feeling a bit like overwhelmed this month. There might be an imbalance of things that are happening right now for you, and there's a bit of chaos energy in the air. But I think that like you're in this space where you're being very receptive and you're trusting your intuition. And if you haven't trusted your intuition, I think that this is also telling you to trust your intuition during such a chaotic period this month for you. And just to be compassionate and receptive to others. I think that also like there's so much more that you can offer, but I think like what you're like giving a lot of like nurturing energy today. I mean today in general, like for this month. Like despite the chaos, you still kind of like come off very composed to others. Tell me more. Tell me more for Scorpio, please. For the Scorpios out there. Messages for Scorpio. We got the Knight of Cups showing itself. Knight of Swords, the Emperor in reverse. These are all reversed. Tell me more, please, for Scorpio. Tell me more for Scorpio for this. Four of Swords. Ooh. Page of Cups. Two of Wands. Let's read this for you. Okay, starting in this corner, we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's pretty interesting. I see that there's some Scorpios that are being approached by someone who comes off as like a Prince Charming type of energy. This could also be someone that is very like straightforward, that shows an interest and has a lot to offer to you. They're very charismatic, and there's something about them that like you kind of feel like, I feel like you're crushing on somebody that is very tending to your needs. But there's a part of you that doesn't really seem like you're going for this. With this Knight of Swords in reverse, it's kind of like you're like, even though this person's coming towards you, you're kind of running away from it. And it's just like, I see that like you're really like scattered right now. I think because there's a lot happening that you can't really like focus on this individual. Like I'm sensing like a lot of you Scorpios are really disorganized this month, and you're like trying to get your shit together. Yeah, I don't think you're ready for this connection. I don't know, like for me, I'm not sensing that like you dislike this person, but I sense that you're kind of like running away from it because you're just not ready for that. Because there's so much going on right now, and it's like just not really like your priority right now. With the Emperor in reverse and then the Four of Swords in reverse, yeah, I think that right now is not a good time for you to like consider like relationships, because you're going through a lot of stuff. Like chaos is coming out twice in your reading. With the Emperor in reverse, it's talking about like wanting to have more control of your life, and trying to have like more like stability. I think that there might be somebody that you feel like is trying to dominate you as well, and you're just like not for it. You're trying to like take control of your life despite how like chaotic it could be. I also sense that like a lot of you Scorpios are very much like exhausted right now. Like I think burned out. There's too much going on right now, and you feel kind of stuck with it all. There might be some Scorpios too that need to like sleep in more or not getting enough rest. but like I'm sensing like your body is like physically worn out from all the stuff and all the stress that you might be experiencing. Then we have the Page of Cups and then the Two of Wands. So I'm getting this feeling that some of you Cancers, why did I say Cancer? Some of you Scorpios, well, we are in Cancer season. Some of you Scorpios are very much focused though on what really matters to you the most right now. A lot of you guys also are trying to like really focus in and lock in on something that means a lot to you, and you're trusting your gut, which is good because like that came out earlier in your reading, the trust your intuition with a certain situation that you might be nurturing, but also like your approach to it, you're also trying your best to like focus on how you want to like handle this situation, and basically like take ownership of what's happening here. But like I think there's a part of you that is discovering something new that's coming. Like I think there's a new journey that is supposed to arrive for you, and like in the midst of all the chaos, like you're slowly like gaining your like power back and controlling the situation. And I think that there's gonna be a fork in the road that might be like suggesting you to do two different things, but I think you have an idea about what you want to do with this new adventure coming your way, despite the chaos and you like feeling overwhelmed. Like there's more things that you will look forward to, and you're starting to plan for that. Does that make sense? Hi, apples. So I'm gonna go into the hidden factors next. Okay, hidden factors for Scorpio. What are some hidden factors or hidden messages for Scorpio for the month of July, please? What are some hidden factors for Scorpio? We have the Empress coming out in reverse. We got Justice coming out in reverse. Tell me more. What are some hidden factors for Scorpio for July? We have the Four of Wands coming out in reverse. What is that? The Queen of Wands in reverse. Some heavy fire energy is coming out here. Something important might happen on the 11th this month. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Magician in reverse. And then we have the Six of Wands. What's up, baby K? How you doing? Any more hidden factors for Scorpio, please? Emperor showing himself. Any more? One last spread for Scorpio. Page of Wands. Okay, let us read this together. So I'm going to save these two at the end since they were at the end. Hello, Mama Ray. Okay, let us check this for you. Okay, so Scorpio, for your hidden messages for the month of July, we do have the Empress and the Justice card coming out, and they're both in reverse. Excuse me. Oof. So I'm sensing there's a lot of like stagnation happening here for you. Take a look closer. It's kind of dark in here. Yeah, I'm sensing like a lot of you Scorpios are like going through some like resting periods because there is a lot going on. In your previous spread, it did mention that there's a lot of chaotic energy that's happening this month and that you're a little bit burnt out. So I'm sensing a lot of like lethargic energy coming from you with that Empress in reverse. And like there's like a sense of stubbornness. I think this is like a resultant of you feeling a bit burnt out by everything and you just wanting time to yourself to like not do anything. Which is valid, honestly. Give me a second. So with the Justice in reverse, yeah, I think like right now you're a bit frustrated. Like for July, I'm sensing that you're a bit frustrated because you're not able to do anything about certain injustices that are happening around you. You're peeping a lot of deception from others and a lot of instability in an environment that you're in, but you can't act on it just yet, despite you peeping shit. I think you're sensing a lot of like dishonesty and like disloyalty from others. Like you're peeping it from afar, but you're unable to act on it. And then you got the Four of Wands coming out here, and with the Queen of Wands, a lot of fire energy involved here. I do see that there is some separation of some sort. Let me bring these cards closer. So yeah, I think that there's some Scorpios out there that is separating from some people that might be a bit pushy and demanding or overbearing. Yeah, I think I see you like there's some people here that like has this like big ego and you don't like that. You see like a lot of people that might be manipulative because they're jealous and they have like a lot of self-righteousness. A lot of negative energy. Yeah, you're peeping some vibe checks here that you don't want to like fuck with. It's like I think you're noticing some things about people that makes you not want to be around them. And it's just like the way they conduct themselves, it just kind of like rubs you the wrong way and you don't want to fuck with that. But like there's also a part of you that is not like actually doing anything yet. Like you're kind of like holding back with that Empress in reverse. Then you get the Nine of Cups and then the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there is a part of you though during this month. A lot of your wishes will be fulfilled, Scorpio, and you're gonna be feeling like this abundance of like satisfaction. And there's a part of you that's gonna be very confident. I guess something is gonna be resolved here for you. But then there's a part of you that gets a bit confused later down the line in regards to different opportunities that comes your way. I think there's some decisions that you will have to make, but you're like having a hard time deciding what that is with that Seven of Cups. Like there are things that are like kind of like tempting you, but it's not necessarily things that you actually need. They pose at first they pose as good things that might benefit you, but reality is if you go after it, it's not going to serve you right. It's actually like a trap, you could say. Be wary about that. There might be some people that might be like tempting you or trying to manipulate you, but like they don't have good intentions. Like there's definitely some facade going on here. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. Then we got the Magician in reverse and then the Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, Magician's in reverse. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, there's someone here trying to manipulate you, Scorpio. And I think you're going to catch on to it because they have really bad planning. They're a bit messy. Somebody who lacks a lot of mental clarity. Very greedy. They think they can, like, manipulate you. But I see you, like, walking away from this person and being very successful. And your self-esteem is going to be much better this month compared to last month. Yeah, you're definitely going to have a different, like, change of pace in terms of your confidence. Like, I remember last month, your confidence wasn't all there. And I feel like you're, like, steady, like, watching from afar, but, like, not being very impulsive compared to these other people. And you're definitely moving more forward with the right moves that you feel very much like resonated with. Like, I think before you had some doubts, but now you don't have any doubts. You're much more confident, and I see you just moving away. Like, especially in this position, it just seems like this person is going downhill and you're going away from that. And then the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah. You might be entering a period of leadership. Because, like, I see, like, somebody here wants more order. Someone with, like, authority figure. That has, like, wants more structure. They want more stability. Be careful with that Page of Wands in reverse. I think like somebody here might be a bit hasty with their actions. You don't want to like do that. This could be you, or this could be somebody else that you're interacting with this month. I'm sensing somebody with that wants structure and stability might make some hasty decisions. I'm not sure if they're gullible or you're gullible, but somebody moving here like impatiently. Yeah. That's just a warning. But yeah, those are your hidden messages, Scorpio. Let's move on to your advice. What's some advice for Scorpio for the month of July, please? What's some advice for Scorpio? See this one sticking out. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay. We have the Lovers coming out. The Death card. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Got the Six of Cups in reverse, followed by that Page of Swords. Ace of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Five of Pentacles in upright. Okay, as always, for the advice section, what I will do is read the description of each card out loud, so that way you have more context of the advice that's being given. And after I'm done reading all the cards descriptions, I'll try to overall like interpret the advice spread to you. Okay, Scorpio? And then afterwards, yeah. So let's get into it. All right, so here we have the Ace of Swords, right? Something that's been confusing you now makes perfect sense. The Ace of Swords clears the doubts, clouding your mind, revealing the truth. It's not always easy, but it gives you the clarity to move forward. And then we have the Lovers. This card shows up when choices and connections matter most. It's not just about love, but also friendships, partnerships, and decisions. When your heart and mind align, trust it. That's your way of going forward. Then you have the Death card. Something is ending, but that's not a bad thing. This card is about letting go and making space for new beginnings. It's a chance to grow and move forward, even if it feels tough right now. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. A chance is slipping through your fingers because fear or hesitation is holding you back. The Ace of Pentacles reverse reminds you that growth requires action. Start small, but start. Don't let doubt steal this moment. The Six of Cups reverse is about clinging to the past because it feels safe. It's telling you to honor and cherish those moments. But don't live in them. Life is happening now, and it's time to step into what's waiting for you. Then you have the Page of Swords. Curiosity is driving you, and the Page of Swords urges you to explore, but don't rush blindly into new ideas. Take time to plan so your eagerness leads to success, not missteps. Stay curious and focused. Then you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're holding back emotions, afraid to let yourself be vulnerable. Maybe the past hurts are keeping you guarded. It's time to release those walls and let your feelings come through. They're trying to tell you something. And then here we have the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling abandoned or shut out, but this card says help is closer than you think. Reaching out might make you feel vulnerable, but it's the key to finding connection and hope again. You don't have to face this alone. Okay, so let that sink in a bit for you guys. Overall, what I'm sensing here for you, Scorpio, is that things happen for a reason, right? And I'm not sure what kind of stuff you guys have been through in your past collectively, but I sense that a lot of things have happened to you where you're afraid to move forward. And some of you guys probably just recently went through something that just ended, and it got you really scattered and overwhelmed. But I think that there's so much to look forward to for the month of July. Things are going to be much more clear to you, and I think you're going to be making much more decisions on your connections. That's what I'm getting from this corner here with the Lovers card and the Ace of Swords. I think there's parts of you, Scorpios out there, that are also just trying to understand what connections are worth keeping and what connections aren't worth keeping. And I think that's where the big decision comes in terms of your bonds. And some bonds will last and some bonds won't. And those bonds that won't be sticking with you will be ending because a new bond will happen. And I think that a lot of you guys are kind of stuck in the past because, they're like memories that kind of keep you grounded and make you feel very safe. And I think that that means that a lot of things have happened to you, Scorpios, where you don't feel like you're in control of your life and you don't really feel safe. And yeah, it's a nice grounding feeling, but it's best to bring yourself back to the present and try to move forward. And don't be afraid to reach out to people who care about you. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be yourself. And it's okay to ask the help of those around you that care about you and make you feel safe. And I think that there's a lot to look forward to, Scorpio. I'm sensing that there's a lot of self-doubt that you guys have, but there shouldn't be any self-doubt. There's a lot of good things that are going to come, and there's so much for you to look forward to going forward. A lot of opportunities are coming your way, and there might be times where you might feel overwhelmed, but just understand that you're not alone, and to trust those around you who care for you, the ones that you decide to keep in your life. But yeah, that's your overall advice for you for the month of July. If that resonated, I hope that helps you in moving forward.